Welcome to your first exercise in dental anatomy and the additive wax technique. As you see before you, this is your armamentarium, your PKT1 and PKT2, Peter K. Thomas waxing instruments. The one instrument is the bigger size. That is the go-to instrument you'll be using most of the time. This is the smaller instrument, which allows you to create more finer detail. With both instruments, you're picking up wax, you're heating the instrument and picking up the wax and delivering the wax. This is your PKT4, which is a carver. It is shaped very similarly to a half Hollenbeck, and it will be used to carve detailed anatomy and grooves, etc. You'll see that we have our fire and our wax, and we have a piece of base plate wax here that we will use as the template to add our wax pattern. I'd like for you to build a cone and learn how to handle the wax and the temperature of the wax. And as we heat the instrument, we'll begin with the PKT1, and I want you to focus on the handle and not so much the tip. So you're utilizing the handle to heat, and then you're going to pick up with the handle actually, contrary to what you would think. I want you to focus on the inner cone of the flame. Use the blue zone, not the red zone. And you don't necessarily have to see the instrument turn red hot. Once you have it heated, you're going to pick up again, like I said, the wax with the handle, and then you're going to swing it back and forth to where you see the wax has slowed down. And then you're going to add it to the base plate and start creating a swirl or a coil, and that's where I want you to start building. On it goes. Notice how we hold the instrument for a while. Notice how it's already chilled. So we can go back and heat it again, check for the handling of the wax, and then place it back on there. And notice how I hold the wax into place, and then I let go when it's just about to chill. And then what I want you to do next is to build a base that's wider. This is the next step in the exercise. You could probably have used the smaller end with the first cone, and now we're using the larger end with the second cone. So this is too soon right now. This is just about right. Right there. Okay. Here we go. We're starting to chill. There we go. The next exercise is to create a V-shaped drawing. So let's try and do that. There we go. So I want you to figure out what works best for you and to draw a line just like so. Build it up just a little bit higher. One other piece I want to add is that we want to keep our instruments clean. So that's why I have the paper towel there. And we can always wipe the instrument and keep the wax off of the instrument, especially at the handle, because it'll interfere. It'll interfere with, we can end up with excess wax if we let the wax get on the handle. So we need to be constantly or continually cleaning our instrument. Okay, back to the shape that we want to create. We want to create an inverted V. There we go. You see how you can literally pick that wax and stretch it? That's the idea. That's what I want you to learn how to do. And hold it until it's just chilled. Okay, good. You can actually even heat the pre-existing wax that's on there just to blend things in. So you can do that. Just like that. See how you stretch the wax and move it along and hold it in place. So now let's create the other half of the V. Okay, now one last thing I want to show, and that is how to use the PKT2, larger end, smaller end. You can use the really fine end just to remelt areas and blend areas and smooth off rough surfaces. So you see how you can literally just take this and just really smooth that outer surface by just heating the instrument. I'll do that one more time. Holding the tip right in there and just creating a really smooth, glistening surface. So you can use the small end of the PK2. If you want to add a small additive technique, not too much wax, you can use the larger end of the PK2. And just play with the wax and figure out how to draw it as far as you need to go. And have fun with it. The carver can be used to remove excess wax or trim wax, as you can see. Eventually we'll use it to carve the grooves on the occlusal anatomy of the premolars. And we can show you in another video how to create marginal ridges and embrasures with this Hollenbeck, or rather the PKT4. Thank you so much for your attention.